What it do? It's your boy Carl the boy asking the question: has FPS shot itself dead? Has FPS lost its niche? But that's a question that has different answers. I'm a COD player, hands down, but I find myself looking for the next best shooter. I'm looking at Black Ops 3 footage thinking, maybe not. I have to admit that I like Destiny. The struggle is real though. The grind is long. Some players don't want to go through a long grind to get to the top, especially in a game where you can't pick up the player's weapons and kill them with their own gun. Now I will admit, the more I play it, the more I like it, but it still doesn't feel like I'm on top of my game playing it. I'm alright, I guess. I'm gonna let you know you won't see any of my final scores in these 3 games, cause I got my ass spanked in all 3. It's looking like Destiny is going for its 2-year cycle following the release of the Taken King. I find myself falling into the grind of exotic weapons and playing more Destiny now. It's a solid game that may last 2 years, but can Battlefield go for 3 years? You could say Black Ops 2 did with the release of the DLC Final Stand for Battlefield. They're closing in on 2 years. One of the most complex games with huge map designs and wide range of weaponry. They're talking about more DLC after Final Stand, remake maps of old maps and night maps of the current maps. And Battlefield Hardline in my eyes was a flop, and I'm gonna let Star Wars Battlefront ride. Now with Xbox dropping backwards compatibility, that throws a whole new thing into it. PS4, they said no because, you know, they got PlayStation Now, and that's pretty much the same thing in my eyes. But then Microsoft think of making the old controllers work? That would be a plus. And instead of a 1 terabyte hard drive, that they think of putting DDR5 memory into their graphics? Well, if they done that, then they might have to have 2 different copies of Xbox games. And with Black Ops 3 giving the DLC to PS4, will this change the PS4 community? Most likely. In a franchise where it seems that it's being ran into the ground, the DLC tag may be sloppy seconds for PlayStation, but maybe not. And does Halo 5 and Gears of War 4 have what it takes to carry Xbox from now on? I would probably grab both of those titles. The only 2 reasons I haven't sold my Xbox. And will I get Black Ops 3? What? It's already pre-ordered, paid for digital. We could talk bad about the game, but buy it every year it comes out. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Titanfall. We all can say it was a half-baked idea, but idea is good enough to be stolen by Advanced Warfare with the double jump, Black Ops 3 with the wall running, and Halo 5 took the burn cars, calling them wreck cores. I personally like Titanfall, but stood alone with crickets chirping. And Zampella has to be cooking up something, especially with the power of the PS4 at his fingertips. But he has to have more kill streaks than the Titan, and take all that AI out of the game, or leave it in like Halo 5. I guess they stole that too. But they were wise enough to separate it from the core Team Slayer. But Halo 5 is a sleeper. I personally will be playing it. And when Black Ops 3 comes out, I'll have to relearn my button configuration. I'll also be playing Battlefield 4 until Battlefield 5, and Destiny until whatever Bungie cooks up. Battlefield 4 is a solid title, but like Destiny, the grind is real. When you pick up a gun in Battlefield, you may not like it at first, but 400 kills later, it's a monster. 400 realistic kills, that is. And that's what some may argue about Battlefield. It's too real for a video game. The burst of auto weapons and the bullet drop of sniper rifles is too much for some. I take the good with the bad in all shooters and adapt to the situations. If Black Ops 3 flops, I wonder how many would go back to Advanced Warfare. And we'll have Ghost 2 and Advanced Warfare 2 to look forward to. Yep. Tina Palacios and Michael Condrey will be the next 2 people. And we can laugh about it now, but there's a possibility they may blow our mind, having more time to create, or they could dig the grave a little deeper. Black Ops 3 looks as solid as Black Ops 2, with a hint of Advanced Warfare. And depending on how crazy the movement is when we get it in our hands will determine how good it is. And a lot of the arguments don't pertain to me. Time to kill doesn't bother me because, as you can see, I play hardcore. And the only thing that trips me out is the specialist. The graphics look solid, the guns look solid, perks and everything about the game seem balanced. I'm anxious to make it do what it do. I feel like the FPS genre has hit its peak and is slowly on decline, but it's nowhere near dead and hasn't lost all of its mojo. This is called All the Boy signing off. Holla at your boy.
Accept it or reject it, but don't check it, baby.